Yeah, welcome back. So this video, we are going to prepare our Kubernetes clusters. Okay. This tutorial, we're going to use a single node Kubernetes clusters, which is the Minikube. Okay, so I'm going to document some few things here. I'm going to create a readme.md file. Okay. So I'm going to write install Kafka. We are going to use the the Helm to install it. Okay, so I'm going to copy this command and then run it. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is to check if Minikube is started. I'm going to say Minikube. If Minikube is installed, let's do help -help. You see, it's installed, so you can see all this help info. Okay, so start the Minikube clusters.
Is there something else I can help with?
No. So that is it. So if we say Minikube, we say Minikube start, and then we want to use 2 CPUs. That is fine. The version that I'm using is v1.28.0 at the time of recording this video. Once Minikube starts, we are going to check also if Helm is installed. And once Helm is installed, then we can just go ahead and run our commands. And finally, we also have to check if kubectl or kubectl CLI library or package is also installed, so we can run Kubernetes commands from the terminal. So as we wait for it, it's preparing. Starting the Kubernetes. So let's wait for it. So once we install this Helm repo, then the next thing is to install this Kafka local using this repo, and then we are going to set some parameters. Okay, zookeeper persistence enable false, and then persistence.enable is also equal to false. I think it's still running at the background, so let's wait for it. And once we run these 2 Helm commands, it's going to print out this kubectl command for us to run. So we're going to do that. And before we even start, we need to create a namespace. So I'm going to create a namespace called orders-microservice, so which we're going to look at very soon. So yeah, so as you can see, the cluster is ready. We can run some kubectl get all. Okay, and we can also say kubectl get namespace ns. So you can see we have some few namespaces in our Kubernetes clusters. So I'm also going to check if Helm is installed, -help. Let me check the version. Okay, so this is the Helm version that I'm using at the time of recording this video. Let me see the Minikube version that I'm using. Version. Okay, so this is the Minikube version that I'm using. So now, I'm going to say ham repo add bitnami. If I run this, it's already existing, so it's going to skip it. So the next thing I'm going to do is to copy. The next thing I'm going to do is to install this Kafka cluster into our Kubernetes. So I'm going to paste this, and then let me cancel this first. So I'm going to create a namespace first, kubectl, create namespace. The namespace, we're going to call it orders microservice. Okay, so I'm going to switch to this config, set the namespace to orders microservice. Okay. So our current kubectl get ns. Okay, so we are going to work with this namespace, orders microservice. So now I can install the ham. So I'm going to install this. Okay. See, so once we install this Kafka cluster in our Kubernetes, it gives a lot of information. Okay. It says what Kafka can be accessed by consumers via port 9092 on the following DNS name within your cluster. Okay, so this is the DNS name and this is the port. So you remember in our Python coding, we were referencing this DNS name. Okay, so each broker, Kafka broker can be accessed by producers via port 9092 on the following DNS names. Okay, so you can use this as well with this DNS name. And it also says, well, to create a port that you can use as a Kafka client, run the following commands. So I'm going now to copy this and then run that command. Okay, you see the pod is created. Okay, so I'm going to, if I want to exec into it, also I can run this command. Let's try it. So I'm going to copy this and then run this. You see now we have we are inside that Kafka cluster container. Okay, so I don't think we need it now. If we need it, we can exec into it, and then probably you might want to produce some message to it. Okay, if so, this is the Kafka console producer, and then this is the Kafka consumer. Okay, so if we want to produce a message, we can use this console command, or if we want to consume a message, we can use this. Once we SSH or exec into the container. Okay, but we are not going to do that at this point. So I'm going to exit the container. So that is all for now. So remember, we talked about the K9S. If we want to get a help, you just put in K9S -- help. Once you do this, it's a CLI to view and manage your Kubernetes clusters. Okay. So once you do this help and you're able to see this information, then you are good to go. Okay. So I'm going to clear the screen and say K9S and hit enter. Okay. So now you can see that you can see that these are Kafka local is running. The local client is also running. The Zookeeper is also running. Okay, so we are all set on this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to partition the screen. Okay, I'm going to partition the screen. I'm going to partition the screen so that the Kafka UI we can run that, but I think we should do that later on. So remember, we are going to be running 4 services: the order service, transaction service, the notification service, and then the analytics service. So we have like 4 different services. Okay, so I'm going to partition the screen. Let me partition this one vertically. Okay, so partition this one also vertically. Okay, so this one I'm going to use it for let me see, order service. Okay, and this one let me copy up to this point. And I'm going to use this one for, let's see, transaction service. And what should I use this one for? CD into this, CD into let's see, analytics service. Okay, and the last one, I'm going to use it for notification service. Okay, so we have 4. I think we need a last one. I think we need a last one for, let me do it vertically. Okay, so the top we have, so let me clear this. So our K9S will be here. Okay, so I think this is how I want it to be. Okay, so the K9S is here, so we can check the status. And the other service is here. And the transaction service is here. You can see it from the top. Other service, transaction service. You can also see the notification service, the analytics service. Okay. I think this one looks good. So what we are going to do here is we are going to produce a message. Okay. So we're going to say kubectl run order service. So what is happening here is that we are running the order service, giving this image, okay? So the version was 1.0.0, okay? And we have the order service.py file in this current working directory, okay? So that is what we are doing at the moment. So I'm going to hold on to that for now. And then the transaction service also, we are going to run this command. I'm going to document all the commands, so don't get worried for now. I'm going to also change the image version. For now. So that is also good. So I'm going to change it to transaction.py file. And we are going to also work on the notification service. The notification service is this one. I'm also going to change the image version. Okay. So I'm going to change it to v1.0.0, and that should be fine here. Okay. And the last one, which is the analytics service. I'm going to change that one to going to change that to to 1.0.0. Okay. Yeah, so I think that is all for our services, the 4 services. So whenever I run, so this -rm means that as soon as this service finish running, we want to exit out of the port. Okay, we want to delete the port. Okay, so once I run any of the service, look on the K9S part, as well as looking at, just look at all the screen. Okay, so I'm going to run this. I'm going to run the transaction. I'm going to run the notification, and then run the analytics. You see, all the containers are creating. Okay. You can see that we are having messages. Messages are being produced. Okay. Okay. So I think we have some image transaction service image pool issue. So let's see what is happening. said this container is waiting. So let's go. I'm going to fix it. Okay, so I'm going to fix it. And then you see the message started sending out emails, and then it stopped. For some reason, it stopped. Okay, so the notification service is hanging, the analytics is hanging, but the transaction and other service is out. So let's fix that, and then so I think in our image we made a mistake with a transaction. We just said transaction, so I just added S to it to make it transactions. Okay, so that is what we are expecting for the name of our image. So I think that is that. So I'm going to rerun this order service again, as well as for the transaction service. So I'm creating the two services again. See, the order services is producing images, producing orders. You see, these are the total cost that I was talking about, and it's sending emails to this. The email sent so far is 12, and then the revenue is calculating the revenue for 12 orders, and this is the total revenue so far. You see, so once we run this again, you see the order service is gone, and then the analytics, the notification and transaction service are still pending. So if I produce, you see the messages that were being produced. You see, these are the message. Okay, the order ID, the username, the first name, last name, email, and the quantity, the price, the date created. And the transaction service is going to compute the total cost. Okay, so I think if we multiply, let me see, if we multiply 401 by 401 times 46.52, we're going to get 18,654.52. So that is the total cost for that order. So because we are multiplying quantity by price, so if you multiply these two numbers, you're going to get this total cost, this. And with the revenue service or the analytics service, it will keep adding up. Okay, it will keep accumulating numbers, or the total cost to keep adding cumulatively, and this will be the total revenue for that particular day. Okay, so basically that is it. So if I produce a new message, okay, if I produce a new message, you see 13, 14, 16, you see, we keep producing message. Okay.
Who do you want to message?
Sorry.
No need to apologize.
Okay, you see, so you see the last order that was produced. So if we multiply 628 by 68.5, we should get 43,018. Okay, and 18. That is what happened here. And that will keep accumulating. You see, that is what is happening here. And we produce about 27 messages, you see. So it's actually sending 27 emails, and then it process 27 orders. So let me add another order to it. So 27 plus keep producing. Keep producing. I think it's done. So it produce about 42. So 42 minus 27. So we're producing 15 messages in all. Okay, just as we stated in the order service. Where is it? Order. You see, we specify that we're going to produce the limit of 15. Okay, we can increase this number to any number that we want. It could be 1 million transactions or orders per day that we are expecting. We can do that. Okay, Kafka will be able to handle that. Okay, so basically that is it for this tutorial, this orders microservice architecture. If you have any issues, any problems, just let me know. Comments in the comment section below. I'm going to check out this code to GitHub repository, clone it, work with it. If you have any issue, just contact or create an issue, and I'm going to respond. Yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be posting more videos like this. The next video, I'm going to work on real-time machine learning using Kafka, how to predict on transactions in real time using Kafka and other technologies, microservice technology. So just watch out for the page, share with your friends, tell them something big is going to happen on the channel, so they should come and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. So once you are done, you can terminate it. You can Control-C to terminate, Control-C to terminate. Okay. Yeah, you could also build a manifest files for these commands, but I chose to do it this way. Maybe in the future, we can create manifest files for it. You see, once we terminated everything, you can see that the analytics, there's an error, the transaction service also, there's an error. So we can choose to delete get cube. Let me cancel this so that you can see the real. We can choose to delete delete pod. We're calling it analytics -svc. You see, we've deleted it. And
I don't know what you mean by I see or deleted it.
it's okay, sorry. I can also delete the transaction -service. Okay, can delete that as well. That is also gone. You can see it's gone. It's only left with a Kafka cluster. Okay, so that is how you delete ports. Once you are done, you can shut down everything, delete this, close this, and that is it. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.